realize these 2 shades of blue do not, they clash like a motherfucker. I'm over here like, what the hell?
Don't worry, man. That's rich guy swag.
You said that's who?
Rich guy swag.
All the guys that I pay say I'm a rich guy. Y'all the ones I'm paying. Yeah, but oh man, you're a rich guy. Bro, I'm paying you. You're the rich guy. You get what I'm saying? This video is gonna be a little bit different because I actually have a real life mystic person in the background. So what's up, everybody? Shout out to all my slow speeders. Shout out to all my YP AutoDetail fans. And those of you who are not, you will be soon once you see what this guy is doing to the car behind us. This right here is a ceramic coat we put on the car. Now the video will drop. This one may come out before just because all the editing and B-roll of this 2-day process is gonna take some time. So I'm gonna be a little lazy, Yuri. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. We've generated quite a buzz on Instagram already. This is like more popular than getting the turbo put in the car. You think I'm joking? Like, people are actively hitting me up left and right about this freaking ceramic coat. Nonetheless, we'll see it. He'll talk to you guys, give you guys a run up. Especially, he's gonna give you guys pricing because he said it varies, so everybody gets a different price depending on the condition of your paint. But today's video is not about that at all. Today's video is about why I bought the M340i. The truth is, I don't even fucking know why I bought the M340i. If you guys follow some of the stuff that I talk about, you'll see that, number one, I got the idea of buying this car from my friend slash coworker. Her dad bought one. And she sent me pictures, literally while I'm at work. She sent me pictures and like, oh, listen what my dad bought, blah, blah. And a week later, I bought the car. So, and I sent her pictures of my car that I bought. Yeah, somebody call it impulsive, but I was actually in the market looking for a car, and you guys watched my videos before when I sat down in the back over by European Auto, and we went through the cars and the engines, and I told you guys why I wouldn't get certain things. Well, I was thinking big. I wasn't thinking anything like the M340 at all. That car, I just didn't like it, especially on paper, whatever the case may be. But the truth is, I just never got I never got enough time to research it and look into it. I just been looking at S58s, the X3M, the X4M, M3, M4, which I still like the X3M. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought that's what you got at first.
You dropped some springs on it.
And that teaser?
Yeah. Oh, the teaser.
I was like, oh, he got an X3M.
Nah. But yeah, nah, I didn't get that. I was looking at the Porsche. Now, truth be told, I actually seen a red Porsche. If it's still for sale, I'll put the link thing right there. I seen a red Porsche for sale, 65 grand. It's a 2017 911 Carrera. I don't know if it was an S, but it was a Carrera. Seen a 2015 F2M, F82 M4 gray. It didn't have any of the options I really wanted. It had the lane departure and all that crap, but it had the carbon ceramic brakes. So I figured I'd go ahead and deal with everything else and keep my carbon ceramic brakes because that's the most expensive thing. I actually went down to go, no, I didn't get a chance to look at the Porsche. I was doing a lot of research because I'm trying to figure out why it was 65 grand. Lo and behold, found out that the Porsche had frame damage. So that was a no-go. All the other Porsches I've seen was 75 grand and up. You mean like 80 grand, 83. If any of you guys know, the used car market is really high right now. So, you know, you get what you get. I could not afford that. Especially on like a used car like that. I'd rather get brand new if I'm spending that high of a price at this time financially. Second thing was the M4. Now the M4 was 38 grand from BMW of Rockville. I went down there, went to go look at the car, and I was gonna get the car just because I think I was just so much in a rush to get rid of the 435. I would have just taken anything at that point. I went down and looked at the car. Like I said, I didn't really fall in love with it, but it was something to get out of the 435. They turned the 435 down because it was green and it was on this specific wheels. Now they spoke to me and told me since the Apex wheels poke out with the arch plates that it was actually illegal in the state of Maryland, so they couldn't buy the car. Came back up here, stripped the car back down, put it back to stock as much as I possibly could, and then that's when the search for the new car began again. I know nothing about this car, I'm going to say right now. I just know it's a 2020 M340i with a B58. How could I say this? I don't know exactly where I'm getting at with this, but I slowly started to figure out what this car was about after I started looking into how nice it was is what got me, right? She sent me the pictures, the inside, the exterior, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty nice. It's updated. It's a lot more nicer than the F80, F82. And you see a lot of F80s and F82s online. Personally, I don't think they do that well online. And another thing, I don't think they would do that well with me because the cost of getting it up to the level that I would want to would be a little bit too high. Another thing with that M4 is it was a two-owner car with 55 to 56,000 miles on it, and the first owner put about like 45 to 50,000 miles, and then the second owner for 3 years they only put about 5 to 6,000 miles on the car, which I can't believe. I find that hard. So I thought he had something like a mileage blocker. You guys are not familiar with mileage blockers. What they do is they put it behind the BMW cluster, and it blocks the mileage. It stops the mileage. You can drive from here to California and back, and it will not count one single mile on the odometer. Now, I already have an issue with buying, or I already have a fear, I guess, of buying a used M. And when I mean used like my 435 with 50,000 miles, let alone a mileage blocker. And I really don't know how many miles it has, right? So you know you're already dealing with an owner who, I don't want to say not dishonest, but I'm pretty sure if they're hiding the fact or they're trying to cheap out on the mileage, or how can I say it? They're trying to get as much back they can for the mileage. Typically, they probably did some other things up under the car or something that, you know, I don't know about and I don't want to find out about. With that being said, mileage blocker alone, if it didn't have a mileage blocker on there, the car was still $38,000 for a car with 50,000 miles on it, or 50,000 plus miles. And I had a good conversation with Phil over at Pro Dipper. Shout out to you. We talked about it, you know, and he pretty much understood and explained to me that at the end of the day, these are performance cars, and when you buy them at that specific mileage, you are paying cheaper price for them, but you're also buying somebody's used performance car. These cars typically would not be driven light. That's one of the main issues that I had to buy a used high performance car. At the end of the day, what do you think, Yuri? That shit probably been dogged out.
If it was owned by somebody like Mike.
If it was owned by somebody like me, definitely. And I didn't want to pick up somebody's like sloppy seconds. Kind of like a girl it's like a girl that's been passed around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Well, neighborhood, that's really bad. I've never dealt with a girl that's been passed around the neighborhood. That's depressing.
You don't know that.
Well, no, the neighborhood, no. She might have been passed around in her neighborhood, but definitely not mine. You know what I mean? But anyway, well, we got off topic there. But my point is, you don't know.
Cars and girls go together.
Yeah, they really do. One thing that I can't say it because me and my brother still got that code. So if anybody watches, they'll figure it out.
Subject of cars, Mike.
Yeah, cars. Anyway, but yeah, you don't want to. I didn't want to take on that risk. I mean, it's a gamble. You could do it. Some people buy crash cars, some fixer-uppers. I didn't want to take that gamble because of what I just got out of with the 435. I don't have the space nor the time and energy to sit there and deal with a car full time. I got work. I have other outside things in my life, and yeah, just wasn't for me. Civics. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'd much rather pay 47 grand for something that's 2020, fairly new, low miles, and the likelihood of this being beat to shit, I guess, in its loaner hood ship is very, very high. However, I don't know where I'm getting at with this, but fuck it. My point is, this car handles perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it, and I like it. Now, doing a little more research, I come to find that this car has a limited slip diff, a locking limited slip diff, better than the clutch-based ones in my 435 that I had to upgrade. It comes with dynamic suspension M tuning, so it's electronic dampers, and it's tuned to perform very well. It's rear-wheel drive, so you already got that on the side. Comes with the high-speed tuning and the Pilot Sport 4S's. So if you guys notice that I typically like my cars a certain way, and this one out the box handles like a motherfucking beast. Like, it's on rails. So I knew that I was making the right decision by picking up this car. And when I seen it, as soon as I pulled in the dealership, I figured it's something that I had to have. So I went ahead and bought it. I haven't had a feeling like that in a long time, pulling up and just saying, yeah, I'm going to get that car. The 435 wasn't even like that, to be honest with you. My last car, I felt like that was the 5 Series. So with that being said, I mean, this might be a short video, but that's pretty much it. I said all the points right there on why I bought the M340 because of a text message, a picture message. That's what made me spend 47 grand plus taxes, tags, that warranty that I canceled, and a lot of other shit. Now, some of the pros and benefits of buying this car, like I said, it's very clean as the paint is. And I've learned to cherish different things going along. You see my cars normally at European Auto, could be getting a big turbo. I could take this money to go do anything because the paint looks decent already. But I'm taking this money to go ahead and get the car nice, clean, and protected, and just get it to my liking a little bit. So when I see the car, when you guys see a car on the street, you love it. It stands out in its own way because there may be a lot of blue BMWs out there, but not all of them are going to be this clean and this well spec'd like it is for me. And I'm still going to do the power stuff. You guys know that. I just can't live without it. It's like a freaking drug. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take my steps. I'm going to take these steps, the appropriate steps. We're going to document everything. I want to do stock dyno pulls, tune dyno pulls, upgrades. We ain't going to name all of that, but I want to get everything. I want to touch everybody in every single spot. Oh my God, that sounds bad. I want to touch every spot in the car progressiveness, if that makes any sense. Like every step of the way, I want to go ahead and get it for you guys. Now, I am starting to work and upload a lot more. So some of the videos might be chopped up fast put together. Some of the videos are going to take its time, like this 2-day ceramic coating process that you guys see behind me. But I just want you guys to know, stick around, stay tuned, and I think you guys are going to love the content because I'm starting to love this car in ways that I never thought I would love a car. Not sexually, but like paint-wise and stuff like that. All right, guys, I think I talked enough. My camera has been flashing like it's dead for the past 2 minutes, so if this is the end, this will be the end, but I just know I already did an end, so now I can continue talking until this bitch shuts off. You got anything you want to say, Yuri? What do you think about the car? He thinks the paint's in great condition too, by the way.
I'm thinking it was somebody's personal car, or whoever used to work for the dealership.
And they just drove it around.
Used it as their own personal car.
It could have been that.
Probably took it to hand wash places, treat it as if it was their own car.
Well, thank you, but now it's mine. Another thing too, as far as upgrades like wheels and stuff like that, I really like these wheels in the car. So I bought some spacers. I don't see myself changing them until I need to change them for grip purposes because they are 255s. But these tires are fairly nice, new, and expensive. So yeah, I see myself putting these tires on this car again. I know it's expensive. I'm like $1,300 a set, maybe a little bit more. But once you drive a car with Pilot Sport 4S's on it, that makes a decent amount of torque. You'll grow to love this car, man. You really grow to love it. I like it more than the R888s. Main reason I like more R888s is because we'll get into another video about that, but that's really only a one-purpose tire. I don't know why everybody runs in their daily drivers because it's freaking stupid. I've done it, so I can say it. I'll admit it, and now, yeah, moving on. But I keep looking at the car. I don't even like to drive it as much. Like I don't even like to I beat on the car. Don't get me wrong, but I rather take the Honda to do frivolous things like go to work and all that extra stuff like that. So in the end, we got Nelson over here. But in the end, I don't know what to say. I have some parts over at Turtle Performance that I gotta put on the car too. They finally came in. It's from Dining. You guys probably gonna know what it is. I spilled the beans, so if you stay this long in the video, you know what's coming next. But just stay tuned and stick along for the ride, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Anything else you need to say about this car? It just amazed me. It shocked me. It surprised me. What else I need to say?
I never loved the car. Nah, it's funny when you said never loved the car this way. The 435 is like, damn, bro.
No, I love the 435. I love the 435 for what it was. But this car right here, you already know it's B58, so you know it's about to make power.
I think you just like the comforts that the 435 didn't have.
Yeah. And I like the fact that how effortless this can make power. Whenever I just want to do it, I can do it. The 435 was like a big prep job. Like, okay, I got to plan to buy the turbo. I got to plan to do this. Everything is readily available.
Do a prayer before you pull into the shop.
Exactly. And like this thing is readily available. Readily available. The parts clip on, boom, boom, boom. Everything's new. The 435 is snapping control arm bolts, all kinds of stupid random stuff. The diff, the upgraded diff. They don't make that diff anymore. This right here, we can get axles from Drive Shaft Shop for this from the Supra. Drive shaft from the Drive Shaft Shop. Everything bolts right on. So if this car makes enough power and torque that it snaps stuff, we'll have stuff the next day. We're not fishing and hunting on where to get stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Sound
Now,
like you're planning on breaking.
I'm not planning on doing all that to the car, but I'm just trying to say, like, if it gets to a point, if
it's ready when it, so you don't catch you sleeping.
Yeah, like the 435 is set for 3 weeks just for them to tell me they can't possibly get me a diff. That pissed me off. It's set for 3 weeks before they could say, oh yeah, sorry bro, there's nothing we can do. You gotta go get a custom wave track, put it in the pumpkin, you gotta cut the gear, cut the ring gear, weld it on or screw it on something. Bro, that's mad work. And then the trans is already slipping in 6th gear. Now this car does have a problem with 6th gear slipping too. They don't have a trans tune with it, but I'll rock 1st through 5th like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because this car got the low down torque. The 435 Big Boost Turbo, 6, 7, and 8 was its good zones. Yeah. But this is punchy as hell, bro. So same motor, same trans as Supra. And look what the Supras are doing, 10s and 9s. Now I don't want 10s and 9s, but it feels good to have a platform that I know that could do it if I want to turn it up. The 435 was like, it was done at 500 wheel, and I just kept.
You have to go all in.
Yeah, I just kept going. So, yeah, like I say, you know, when you keep going and going, you spend tons of money. But yeah, no, I was talking to these guys about why I bought the M340.
Why?
Because I'm broke and I can't afford to buy anything else.
B50 is a good motor.
Yeah, B50 is a good motor, especially when I got this guy.